This evening, she came out to the open mic and crushed it. Invite her to be the showcase. Welcome to the stage, Toni Doman.
Great comics tonight, yeah. So I feel like it needs to be addressed, the redhead comment from earlier. I don't know what to say about it, I just felt like I should bring it up. So a little about me, my name's Toni, and I grew up with a really strict dad. And with a strict dad, it's kind of like, if you have fun yesterday, don't expect to have fun tomorrow. That's not how this works. Like, one time I had fun once and I was grounded. I don't even know what for. My dad was really strict growing up, but I was allowed to do so many weird things. Like, I had so many weird pets growing up. Like, one time I had a pet clam. Pet clam, that's right. Dad fished it out of the river. He put it in a fish tank, just a single clam in a fish tank under a bright fluorescent light in the kitchen. A single clam. And it's having a pet clam is exactly what you think it was like. It was very boring. Like, I would just go in the kitchen and I would just wait for it to do anything. Sometimes it would come out of its shell a little bit, which, looking back, I think maybe my dad thought I would learn how to come out of my shell a little bit. But it's better to stay in there, trust me. You don't want to be too shellfish. Thank you, I also had, growing up, I raised different groundhogs. The last one we had was a rescue. Like, he was outside, we just rescued him by bringing him inside. Groundhogs are great. They are a lot like cats in a lot of ways if you've never been around them. They can purr. They have their own way of purring, just like a cat. And groundhogs can also whistle. You probably know that cats don't whistle. I mean, I didn't have to tell you that, but if they did whistle, they'd be like, "Hey, idiot. Bowl's empty." Again. This house is a fucking prison. Groundhogs are so destructive. I mean, like, inviting a groundhog into your home is like inviting a beaver into your log cabin. Like, it's gonna tear it down. Another thing about me, I am happily married. Dating game. I just imagine though if I was still in the dating game and I had all these weird pets like I had when I was a kid, it'd make things pretty interesting. Like, if I was still on Tinder and I swiped right on a match, and I'm like, okay, this could go well. And maybe I invite him over after a great night out, and he comes into my kitchen, and he's like, "What's that bright fluorescent light over there in the corner?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, well, it seems like things are going pretty good, so maybe if you're lucky, you could take a look at my clam." If you're really lucky, maybe you'll see how my groundhog purrs. Some other things about me, I really don't like shopping. Shopping is really hard, man. I like going thrifting, but I don't like going to department stores. Like, for guys, it's so easy to go shopping. They'll be like, "Hey man, I opened up my drawer. I need new white t-shirts. I'm gonna go down to the Gap and get myself a pack of 10 wardrobe reset for the whole year." And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look in my drawer. I need some fundamental pieces. Okay, maybe I need some white t-shirts too. So we get in the car, go down to the Gap. He's in and out in 5 minutes, clothing shopping done for the year. Congratulations. I'm like, I'm gonna go look at the white t-shirts in the women's section. But you get over there with the women's white t-shirts and there's just stupid slogans on everything. You can't get a t-shirt without one, like, "Wine Mommy." Okay, that's your whole identity. Wine and being a mom. Mascara and coffee. Okay. 2 things women like, apparently. We'll throw it on a t-shirt. I like the ones that say pink. It's a white t-shirt. Probably my favorite one that I saw recently was "Sleep. It's where dreams are made." And I thought, they are not wrong. They got that right. I bought them all. I had to stock up, and stuff. like buying vintage. I like vintage clothing, vintage fashion, not vintage values. Amen. I can't imagine if clothing companies in 2022, if they decided they were going to print like outdated vintage values on graphic t-shirts. That probably wouldn't go too well. Like, we'll try housewife. No one's going to buy that. It's not 1950. But if it was 1950, I think the guys would probably buy a t-shirt that said like, always works late, has apartment in the city. Another thing about shopping, department stores are really tough. Like, especially if you have a unique style or you feel like you have a unique style, you go into a department store and you basically just have to pick a lane. Your only options are Lane Bryant or Forever 21. That's it. Okay, Forever 21, you're just wearing crop tops. Lane Bryant, everybody's in shoulder pads. I mean, guys, my Snapchat Bitmoji can barely pull off a crop top. Okay. If you didn't get that joke, you probably shop at Lane Bryant. You definitely don't have Snapchat. Another thing about me is I hate the state of Ohio. Anybody from there? No? Okay. Well, let me just tell you why. There's 12 million people in Ohio. 12 million. Do you think any of them know that they can just leave? Nothing's keeping you there. The prison door is open. Just leave. Okay, like even the name Ohio is like, oh, hi. Oh. It's like you sat down at the wrong lunch table with the varsity cheerleaders. Oh, hi. Oh, can't say that. Cool enough. Ohio just has so many like weird things going on. Like there's a lot of doomsday preppers in Ohio, right? Like doomsday preppers are the type of people who watch like televangelist preachers and then they go back home to their bunker on Sundays. They just get in there. Doomsday preppers watch televangelist preachers. So televangelist preachers are like telemarketers for Jesus, you know, or the devil, depending on how you look at that, really. But my favorite thing is these like infomercials they have for doomsday preppers. Like they have infomercials where like preachers will go on there and they'll try to sell you like doomsday prepping survival food kits. And they're like selling all these food kits for when the rapture comes, so you'll be safe. But I'm like, hold up. If you're getting all this food for here on earth, for when the rapture comes, I thought you were planning on, you know, being raptured. Is this a just in case sort of a situation? I was kind of a bad person. Like maybe I need 55 gallons of like broccoli and cheddar. In the infomercials, they also actually try like the doomsday prepping survival food kits on air, and they'll get like a fake preacher up there to be like, "Okay, folks, we're going to get Brother Dale up here to taste the goods now. All right, Brother Dale, what do we got over there? He's munching on macaroni and cheese. That's right, folks. This has a shelf life of 35 years. It will be in your basement for that whole time to save your family in the event of a nuclear destruction. You want to stock up, folks. This is only, what is that, Brother Ray? How's that tasting? It's tasting good. It's tasting pretty good. I think it's like $399.99. 4 easy payments, folks. You can stock up. You can go ahead and make that check out to, just make it out to my name. It'll get where it needs to go. This is a church after all. No big deal. All right, folks, that's all I got for you. My name is Toni Doman.